Welcome, foolish mortals, to round 2 of fighting the real BBEG. Last week, you all faced off against Fafnir, Nimriani, and Pain. And though the battle was difficult, you were all holding your own. And you'd managed to get Fafnir down to about half his life. Nim has taken some damage, but she's also given some in return. But Gilk, in a move of brilliance or insanity, did manage to bring down the tower that the Night Mother was sort of surveying the battle on. She was on this grand tower. And with just a little wave of his magic metal butt cheeks, an earthquake knocked down her tower and put her in the fight ahead of her schedule. And as such, the last thing that happened before we ended our time together was she summoned her champion to fight, the Nightwalker. And behind all of you appeared this 20-foot tall, monstrous creature made of smoke and darkness and glowing with the colors of the sky. The nebula that you have seen since your first day adventuring together. The Nightwalker stares at all of you, and you can feel his presence, this darkness that surrounds him. In fact, he gives off an aura that is specifically known as Annihilating Aura. Any creature that starts its turn within 30 feet of the Nightwalker must succeed on a DC 21 Constitution saving throw. And so that is where we will start our fight now. I need everyone but Melissa to make a Constitution saving throw as we start this fight.
Aura, what?
Better than 21.
Annihilating Aura.
Oh no!
Annihilation.
Literally, death surrounds this creature.
Like, am I going to die if I fuck this up? No! I don't want to play.
Not a great start, friends. Not a great start.
No bueno.
That doesn't count. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I just for this.
All right, so who got 21 or higher?
I got 21.
Okay, just Mud. Okay, cool. So the rest of you did not beat.
Cool.
The rest of you did not beat 21. Here's what happens. This aura envelops all of you, and Mud, you manage to shake it off, literally grabbing at the shadows and tearing them off your body before necrotic damage can sink in. But the rest of you are just a little bit too slow. And you all take 6d6 necrotic damage. I will let you know what that number is.
So
what do you have?
all ones?
It's not all ones, but there's a few ones in here. 10, 12, 15. 15 points of damage.
Estrella, are you still alive?
Anybody dead? Anybody drop? So 15 points of damage. Of course, Melissa, Grim, and Mud do not take this damage, but everybody else takes 15 points of damage. This aura never stops. And as you look at the feet of this creature, you just see a black pool that just ebbs and flows around it, made up of death and shadow. Fafnir, realizing that the battlefield is going to become dangerous for him, starts to flap his wings and takes flight. I need Grim to make a either a dexterity, athletics, acrobatics, whatever is your highest. I want you to make a check to see if you can stay on the back of the dragon as he takes off into the sky.
Okay. I got a 20.
What'd you get?
20?
20. You're good. Again, being nestled by his wings, you can feel his body start to rev up. And you kind of take your metal arm and boom, dig it into one of his scales. And Fafnir lifts off the ground. Nimriani herself rides on Fafnir's neck like she's surfing the sky, moving with his body, feeling every muscle beneath her feet. In an instant, the two of you rise 30, 40, 100 feet into the sky as Fafnir starts to circle around the arena. Literally all around you, Grim, you see dark skies, stars, and the nebula of the cosmos as the two of you face each other on the back of a dragon.
Nice.
Mud, we're at the top of the turn.
Jeez.
Mud, it is your go with Grim on deck.
I am still prone, though, correct?
Now, at this point, y'all can get up. You're fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that initial blow of the Night
Everybody
Walker is...
can go up, right?
Everybody can go up. That's too mean with that initial Night Walker. But
Making them do their movement to get up.
I'm gonna stand up at first and just have this moment of, everyone stand off. Is anyone dead?
I guess from the dragon, I'll be like, I'm still alive.
it's like the last things you hear. And all of you can you feel the wind of Fafnir's wings and look up and you see Grim just like, I'm alive! And off she goes.
And then she goes, bye-bye. Okay. Everybody else alive?
Is everybody else alive? Mud was talking to the group. Is everybody else alive?
Here.
I'll just kind of like make a little sort of
Oh,
crumpled. And...
We have to start thinking together on this one.
like a team.
Like a team.
I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm freaking out right now. I think we should all just go. Since Grim's up there and we're all down here, we need to focus on the walker. So we need to just go all out.
Then let's do it. Let's go all out.
Where,
Estrella should heal herself.
where, just for clarification, where is everybody currently after all of the chaos?
Yeah, if anybody's hurting, sound out. You do have a healer. So don't be stingy with talking about where your life is.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm at 45. I'm alright.
Estrella couldn't heal you if she wanted to, Grim. You are too high in the sky.
That's true.
Like,
I'll heal you once you fall and hit the ground. I got you.
no.
I might need it by the time I fall on the ground.
I'm going to try something.
Dragon before you fall.
Someone might want to catch me.
I'm gonna move towards Gilk.
Okay.
Wait,
because
real quick.
I want to be near him when once
Sure.
I possibly have another reaction.
All right. So Gilk is over here. Yep. So you're gonna move about 15 paces.
Yeah.
About 15 here next to him.
I'm going to try to no, I'm gonna talk to Gilk. Gilk, Little buddy, do you have anything like explosive on you?
I'll kind of like pull out a bunch of these little like sources that do the flaming blasts and kind of like pop them all out in my arms like I have these. Do these work?
Can I borrow some?
Probably have, it says it's like a cantrip. But what amount would I have, Chris?
No idea.
Mm-hmm.
You good being thrown?
Toss me.
Toss me.
I mean, I could.
I'll kind of like eat them all again and then be like, we can try?
We could try.
Okay.
All right, I am going to, for my first action, I want to throw at the thing. But as a second action, I can forego my second action and instruct Yasin to follow up on it as a reaction to my move. Or something like that.
Okay, you want to use your command.
Yeah, commanding strike.
Okay, so you're gonna have Yasin attack. What do you want Yasin to do? What are you gonna tell him?
Oh, maybe I should. I don't want him getting exploded. Maybe I should tell him to move instead. Is that the same thing or no?
I mean, you could tell him to move if you want to forego your action so he could move, or you could have him.
We'll
follow
hold
up.
off throwing guilt at the moment, but we'll keep that in our back pocket. I'm gonna throw my hammer at it,
Okay.
and I want Yasin to follow up to either pushing the hammer further in to the creature or attacking as well, like right after.
Oh yeah.
If there's a weak spot.
All right.
Does that make sense?
You got to coordinate with Yasin on that.
You good?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to I'm going to attack. You're going to throw the hammer and I'm going to attack with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 1-2 sort of punch thing.
Okay.
But I don't know if that means that I have to hold off until his turn, or
No, if
it's a reaction.
It's
correct?
a reaction, so he can make an attack on a reaction, and it doesn't even count as his turn.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to throw my hammer, the pointed end.
Yeah.
I want it to stick into this thing and pretty much make a weak spot for Yasin to go for. Good?
Yes.
Let's go for it.
Okay, so here's what has to happen.
And his damaging roll can add a superiority die, by the way.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need you both to roll to break the Nightwalker's AC.
15 plus 10, 25.
25 breaks.
I got 25 too.
That breaks. All right.
Good at
I'm going to roll a d20. If it's even, the point hits. If it's odd, the hammer hits.
Still making a weak point. I'll be happy with it.
Even, point hits.
Nice.
All right, so add piercing damage. We're going to rip open into this creature a little bit.
So, 1 second. So, an extra d6 of piercing damage.
All right, so okay, everybody go ahead and roll your damage on your attacks.
Three, 12.
17.
17.
12.
12, that's 29, and then add your superiority die for him.
Roll another d10 and add that.
10 is that one? Yeah. 5.
So 34. Pretty good opening salvo, I will say. So here's what happens. Mud, we just hear you kind of, and you just one-hand toss your axe, or your hammer rather, through the air. Having talked with Yasin, as soon as the hammer passes by his body, He starts to run right after it. Boom! The Nightwalker turns, and this piercing end of your hammer just digs right into his chest. And he takes it, rips it, and throws it back in your direction. But immediately upon moving, Yasin is there with his scimitar and just digs into his chest, leaping 15 feet into the air, just to boom, dig right in. And he takes his blade, twists it, and then backflips off as he pulls out the sword. There is a gush of blood from this creature that is black and oozing as it just drips down the front of its chest. And you hear it roar, this strange ethereal sound, almost like chalk nails on a chalkboard. It just kind of screeches. And then readies for what it's about to do. You still have some movement left, Mud.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to wherever he tossed my hammer and grab it.
He literally tossed it right back to your feet, just to make it fair.
Sure. I'll start closer to him.
Okay.
I'll flank up here with Yasin.
Go ahead. All right. The Nightwalker is definitely eyeing the two of you, and that will end your turn.
Good. We've got his intention. Let's keep it.
We're gonna cut to Grim with Fafnir on deck. Grim, you are 100 feet up in the air, surrounded by clouds, sky, and nebula. The stars feel like you could almost reach out and touch them. But you don't stare at the stars. You stare directly at Nim, who is grinning, and her body starts to glow and reflect a green neon energy. You see the crystalline form of pain just sort of like ghost appear and disappear as she stares at you. Hi, Grim. It's just you and me up here on the back of old Fluffy. Are you ready to go run on one, dear? Because I've killed my Grim. I've killed all of my friends. Estrella, Yasin, Mud, Valencia.
Valeria's cool.
All of you existed in my timeline too. All of you were friends of mine at one point, but you couldn't quite handle what I was becoming, and so we had to kill you. You were the last, Grim, just so you know. The full form of death herself, the baddest bitch in the land. Well, second baddest.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, she probably try to do it alone, and I'm gonna touch my chest and call Alex.
All right, are you calling his full form, or are you just calling for his help?
Full form.
Full form. As you... She probably tried to do it alone.
Okay,
Boom.
not dramatic like that. God!
As you touch your chest and reach inside to call out Alex, you feel the shadow of his presence step to the side and then grow into his demon prince form. Giant wings unfurl from his back. Horns protrude from his head. From his spine he draws his sword, long and sharp, dripping with blood, and ready to attack. And you just see him look at you and just... I'm ready. With him summoned to the battlefield, you must maintain concentration, or he will fade away. Basically what this means is if you take too much damage, if you try to do other spells, if you fall off Fafnir, that could all cease the spell that you are creating between you and Alexander right now. So it's concentration based. What would you like Alexander to do?
So am I still allowed to do things though?
You are allowed to do things. You can move. You can release your control on him. You can try to do physical attacks if you want to against Nim. But again, the more damage you take, the greater the chance of losing Alexander.
So
Yes.
when you say let my control go of him, does that just mean he's wild or he goes away?
You are his tether to this plane of existence.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's that mean? Sorry.
You're good.
Um,
Alexander, share a turn. You can control him and then decide what you wish to do.
okay. Ugh. I'm going to have him. So how many actions does he get to do? Does he get to do the same amount?
He'll get to do one action, and you'll get to do one action.
Okay. I guess I'm going to have him. Okay, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna have him attack Nim for now. And sorry, I'm not great at his sheet.
You're okay.
I'll look over it so I'm quicker next time. I guess melee attack with his great sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to break her AC. Make sure you're using his great sword as a plus. He's got some good pluses on there.
Okay. Damn. 27?
Yeah, that breaks. All right, roll damage.
Okay. 4d6 plus 6.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. He is a boss level creature.
Boss level creature.
Boss level boss.
Okay. 7. $22.
Okay. 22 points of damage. As you sort of just nod at Alexander, he rushes forward, and Nim's eyes widen, and for a brief second, pain tries to come out from her chest and block what Alexander is doing. But you watch as Alexander just like dodges and just brings his sword around Pain to cut right through Nim's abdomen. And she just sort of leans back away from it, skewering her, but you watch it rip open a gash for 22 points of damage. And who you hear scream out in pain is Pain and not her. She grimaces, but he takes all of that rage, and you watch him just shield up around her, using his full body to block her. You see this green aura of his energy, and you hear Alexander laughing. You should face me yourself. You're pathetic. You still have one action left, Grim. What would you like to do?
Where are we going exactly in the sky? Can I see where we are?
Yes, if you look down, you'll notice that Fafnir is making slow circles around the arena. He's about 100 feet up, but he's kind of doing almost a 40-foot circle around. He's staying in the vicinity of the arena.
Okay. Is there well, I don't know if I could do 2 at a time. Is there a way to release the giant spirit, but like to the ground? So it's not as well on, or do I have to keep concentration on that too?
I want you to roll Arcana
Oh gosh.
with advantage. Let's see if you can do it.
$23.
You can do it, but nothing else. If you release the giant, you are rooted in place, focusing on these two creatures. If anything happens, you will lose your hold on both, but you can't have them both out at the same time.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna keep that under wraps for now. And I think I'm just going to follow up Alex with melee attack with my scythe.
Okay. Roll to break AC.
Sorry. I know this is taking forever.
You're good. Just roll and add your scythes plus.
25.
25 will break. Roll damage.
Do I add my thing to this too, or no, right?
Yours should have a plus. Yeah. It's different from the plus to hit. There's a plus for damage on all weapons.
It says Grim. No, that doesn't make sense. I guess it's 8 as well because there's two things that say +8.
I believe it. I'm just double checking. Let's see.
No, check it, check it.
So it's the damage is 1d8 plus 3.
1d8?
Yep, plus 3. That's the damage on your scythe.
Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at then.
Let me see here. I plus 8 to hit. I've upped your weapon. 2d6 necrotic damage is what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, cool. 12 then.
12. Here's what happens. As you reach out with your scythe to swing for Nim, you watch Pain. In his form, he rushes forward and deflects your scythe. He takes the necrotic energy into his body. It passes from one arm across his chest into the other, and he grabs your neck. Pain is using his reaction called Protect. He can only do this 3 times, but at his choice, he can take damage and repel it back at its attacker. You feel 12 points of necrotic damage seep from your neck down your chest as he holds on to you, and he comes close to your face. I remember you, Valencia. You were nothing in our realm, and you're nothing here. He releases you and falls back inside of Nim's body.
Okay. I mean, what am I supposed to do? First of all, I didn't think I could say anything because he's choking me out there, but I was just like...
You can do whatever you want. You can talk. You can still move if you want. You still have your movement. So if you want,
can I like kick myself off of them, throw myself backwards? I know it's not going to do any damage.
What do you want to do?
While he was holding me, I was just like kick off of him to kind of get away.
Yeah, you kick off of him, and he kind of, you watch as your foot almost passes through him, but you feel a resistance. It's like jello. As you kind of feel that body through his stomach, and he falls back and he's grinning, staring at you, and his grin turns into Nim's grin as she watches. Oh, this fight should be interesting, dear. Come on, keep it up. What else have you got? Will that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to Fafnir. You hear Nim go, "Hey, Fafy, why don't you give us a roll, darling? Let's see who can hang on for dear life." And you hear Fafnir just go, "Ah," and his wings tuck in, and his body starts to barrel roll through the sky. For his action, he is going to try and knock you off his back. So I want you to give me a strength saving throw. Let's see if Grim can hang on. Do so with advantage. Alexander will be there to help you.
Okay. Yeah, I have crap strength saving throws anyway. So 17.
17. You're going to feel Alexander wrap his arms around you, and he's going to whisper in your ear, "Do you want to stay on the dragon?"
Yes. Yes, please.
You'll feel his body just dig in, his talons on his hands, the hooves on his feet, his wings wrap around Fafnir's neck, and you feel this protective embrace as Fafnir spins 2, 3, 4 times through the air, doing everything he can to buck you off his neck. The whole time, you just hear Nimriani laughing, cackling. "Come on, Fafnir! Do it again!" And after a few rotations, you feel Alexander's body lift off of yours as he steps across you to be between you and Nim, waiting for the next attack. You successfully stay on Fafnir's back. That will end the dragon's turn.
Nice.
Let's go down to the bottom. We have Estrella up next with Yasin on deck.
No, it's your turn, Estrella.
Yeah,
She's debating her life choices.
I really am. Good Lord. All right, where am I at in relation to this big scary thing? Okay, I'm all the way over there. Be a healer, do I want to fight?
Only about 40 feet.
Yeah, that's not too bad. But while I'm not in its direct, warpath, I'm going to heal everybody before I get too close to it. So let's just do that this time. Let me do, all right. Okay, everybody is going to get, I'm gonna do this at 3rd level. Give me another 6. All right, everyone gets 18 points.
Nice.
Okay, not Grim.
Sorry, Graham. Everybody else gets 18 points.
Yeah, but that's still really good though.
To include me. And I'm gonna stay where I'm at for right now.
Okay, you're gonna hold there. Sounds like a plan. Everybody, you just feel this instant healing as from Estrella's aura, waves of warm golden energy fall over the battlefield, and you see the Nightwalker take a step back. And you hear him and just kind of hold position, literally one step outside of her healing radius, as everybody feels 18 points of damage get removed from them. Yasin, it is your turn with Gilk on deck.
All right. So I'm going to have, since me and Mud are next to each other, we're going to have Mud help. I want Mud to help me get back up to where we cut into the Nightwalker.
Okay.
Give him a little boost. He wants to jump off.
A little boost. And I want to get up there so I can get my sword back into the wound, and I'm going to unleash the Dark Tide.
Ooh, in him. That's nasty. All right, so Yasin, you will hold your action until Mud's turn, and then Mud will be able to toss you.
Oh, dang. All right.
That's how it works. The reason why Mud was able to get you to move is
Well,
that she used her.
Would he have to do that if he just tried jumping off of me?
You have to help him. It has to be an action.
No, I like. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, unless he can't use you like a tree.
Kind of can.
I tell you what, if you want to use Mud like a tree, and she's not throwing you, but you're literally just jumping off her body, you can do that on your own, but it will be an agility check. So you have to give me athletics or acrobatics check. That's another way you could get up there using her.
Let me see. Acrobatic. Athletic. Where'd you go? Come back.
All right, I'm up, right?
No. Not yet. I'm
Yassin's still debating whether or not he's going to hold his turn for a toss or use his agility to jump off Mud like a tree.
That's right.
I'm gonna hold my turn.
You hold your turn? Okay, cool. It'll be worth it if you hold your turn. I'll make it worth it.
Okay.
All right, Gilk, you are next.
With all of this excitement happening, am I in like, would I be classified as hidden if I like took that opportunity to like kind of like shoot?
You'd have to give me a stealth roll. And that would be an action.
Would be an action. And I'm like to the creature's right, correct?
Yeah, you are right behind Mud, right over here, so it's kind of hard to see yourself, but you're right here.
Aha, that's good. That's the way I like it. Hard to see me. I'm debating on which action I want to do. I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'm gonna stealth.
All right, give me your roll.
26.
26. As always, without effort, Gilk, you blend into any shadow, any darkness that is on the battlefield, cast by person, tree, or object. You are gone. Where would you like to move?
I am going to get behind him.
Oh, yep, you can do that. You absolutely can do that. And so using the tree line as kind of your stealth point, you just like bad robot, and just and you make your way behind the Night Walker. He is no worse for wear. He has no idea where you are. You are successfully hidden from his senses. Do you have another action that you can take with your character?
I do. Can I, as a bonus action, like kind of like alert my friends to where I'm at, like kind of let them know that I'm there, so just that they kind of can see, but he doesn't.
It won't even have to be a bonus action. With your roll as high as it is, you've hidden yourself from the monster, but now that you are behind him, you kind of peek out and look between his legs, and both Yasin and Mud just instantly track where you are and see this little robot going, and then boom, you go back to hiding behind a hoof. So the two of them know where you are.
As I'm waving, I go, and then my arm kind of like sucks in and turns into an arm blade, and like I ready myself.
You are good to go. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to scour my notes for anything Nope, that's all good for now.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up, Riani with Keladri on deck. Nim stares you down, Grim. More importantly, she looks past Alexander to see you. And in a moment, she shadow steps, flash steps, blurs, and she tries to, now we don't know if she's successful yet, but she's going to try to move past Alexander to hit you without having to go through him. Let's see if she can. This is going to be an athletics check for Nim. Let me bring up her character sheet. Now, Alexander's a boss. I know Jess is like, oh, Nim can do something, but like Alexander's a boss. Like
this is true.
This is not an easy move. That's a 4. Damn, I rolled a 4. Don't laugh at me. 4 plus 11 plus 11 to her acrobatics, and I get a 16 out of it. This is going to be versus Alexander's strength and speed. He rolled a 2.
Man, why can't you roll like that for other things?
Okay, here's what happens.
But he has a 2. 22.
As Nim flash steps, Grim, you take a step back. You can no longer see where she is, but you watch as Alexander's eyes just and he's tracking until you see this blur as Nim comes within inches of clawing at your face, and she is yanked back and thrown down onto the dragon's neck as Alexander gets on top of her and goes, "Be careful how you touch my lady." And then instantly takes one of his claws, using his reaction, and just sinks it into her side. He will be dealing 6, 10, 13 points of damage. This is to opportunity of attack is what this is considered. So plus 13 on that opportunity of attack. Maybe. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Nim is going to, with her second action, since the first one failed, she is going to use her cantrip True Strike, and she's going to stare at Alexander and just, it's almost like she just kind of feels him out with her key energy and just ripples this magic. And using this True Strike, she is able to get insights into the target's defenses. On her next turn, she will gain advantage on her first attack roll against the target. And so she's just looking for advantage to fight Alexander for her next turn. But she grins at him and goes, "Oh, baby boy Alex, you gotta buy me dinner first before you ravage me like that. And in front of Valencia, too. Oh, you're so naughty." And that will conclude Nim's turn for this round. Keladri, you are next with the Nightwalker on deck.
All right, so quick technical question. For my portal powers, how many times, like how many uses do I get on that? Because I know when I first got the portal ability, it was like once, I think, per hour.
I will tell you this. You can use your portal ability as much as you want. After each time, it will become more difficult. You will have the ability to choose to expel life energy to continue the strength of your portals.
All right. Okay, so I have 2 ideas, but I think we'll go with the first one. Since I took necrotic damage from the big guy here, can I use Hellish Rebuke on him?
Sure you can.
So I think for my action, I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke then.
All righty. Let's do it. Walk me through it.
It's a dex save of 13.
13. All right. Geez, yeah, because Nightwalker, he all about them dexterity, let me tell you. Let me see. What's his... Okay, yeah. It's not terrible. Can I beat a 13? I rolled a 14.
Oh, man. Okay. So
And then it does. So if you made it, it takes half of this damage. It's 3d.
Okay.
And
Give me the
it-
damage.
for second.
Yeah, you're at third level. So just click damage.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. No. Okay, go out here. Go up. Wait, is there? Scroll up. There you go. You're fine. You're fine. Just click that button.
I got it.
You're fine. All right. So you take.
Okay, so 24 damage.
24 damage. All right. Decent amount of damage for being half. Damn. With one of your actions, you center your body and reach into the magics that were taught to you by your grandmother and summon this hellish rebuke, that just this fire energy that comes out of your body. But the Night Walker turns to you and catches your flame, and you watch his hand shake as 24 points of damage just sear away the flesh from his fingers. But as he closes his fist, the fire fades, and you see this faceless void stare at you. What is your next action?
Okay, I think for my next action, I'm going to am I allowed to use it? Can I use Ensnaring Strike if I shoot an arrow at him to try to immobilize him? Okay. I think I'll do that for my second action.
Okay. Break his AC.
That's the damage.
Oh, wrong one.
Oops.
Yeah, that's a 4.
4 is really low. That's too low. Where's your weapons plus? Let me see. Hang on.
Oh no,
Oh, plus weapons.
it's
Okay.
it's a save. Go
Oh,
back, go
saving
down.
throw. A saving. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a roll, it's a
Gotcha.
save.
Okay.
But if you're going to hit him with an arrow, you have to break his AC, and then he has to save.
So you have to shoot with your arrow, your bow and arrow. So go to your abilities. Attacks. Actions.
So there we go. Okay. 14.
14 meets it, beats it. And so you do get your bow lodged into his body. Your the next thing. So what's my save? What's my DC save? I got to beat
16 strength.
16 strength. Ooh, Nightwalker, big boy.
And then go to spell.
That's a 14. He does not break. So I want you to roll damage on this arrow, but as you are doing that, vines just appear from the spot in his abdomen where the arrow hits and immediately dig into the ground all around him. And you watch as they coil up his torso and grab around his shoulders, and his body is cemented to the ground. He cannot move. He is rooted, literally rooted in place. What's your damage from the arrow?
9.
9 points of damage. Nice arrow hit. You got it right in the belly button. That was very painful for him. And that brings us to The Night Walker is tracking you, Keladri, as he screams, "Ah!" And he, if he gets free, you're next. He's going to go for you. But that will conclude your turn, unless you wish to do any movement. You can move anywhere, which way you want.
Okay. I am going to try to circle behind the Nightwalker just as far as I can, just to try to get out of his line of sight here.
Easy peasy. You're already to the side of him, and so you make a position to the far back. Put you right there at the edge of the screen, and you are behind him. And from that position, you instantly see Gilk as well. The Nightwalker tries to track you as you move behind his back, but he's rooted in place and can only turn so far. And he has lost sight of both of you. He has no idea where the two of you are, except just behind him. That will conclude your turn. Next up is the Nightwalker, who is rooted in place and can't do anything right now. Sheesh.
Nice go.
Okay. There is one thing he can do. There's only one thing he can do, and he's gonna do it.
It's stupid.
It's stupid, but he's gonna do it. He's gonna look at Estrella, because Estrella healed the group, and that energy he recoiled from briefly. So he takes a finger. It's the only part of his body he can move is his arms, and he takes one finger and he points it at you, Estrella. And with it, he casts Finger of Doom. It's a dumb title, but I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Yeah, pretty good.
I do.
Okay.
I'm good at this one.
We believe in the heart of the cards.
Don't pull an Estrella. That's an 18.
An 18 fails.
Hmm.
The DC was 21.
Oh, right.
Estrella, as this finger points at you, you feel at your feet a well of necrotic smoke coil up your body.
You should
And
have like
inside of the smoke, you feel hands like skeletons grabbing at your calves, your thighs, around your waist, around your neck, grabbing your arms. You are going to take 39 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, I'm out. I only had 37.
Ooh, that was close. Estrella downs. And you all watch as the Night Walker envelops her in this smoke, and you feel her as her body is dragged down slowly. For all of you, it almost feels as if a mountain has cracked when her body hits the floor. And as the smoke dissipates, Estrella's lifeless form is in front of all of you.
Oh.
This makes me feel gross.
Saving throw, right?
Estrella is now in the midst of saving throws.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
But
Estrella,
Yep.
we'll go ahead and allow you on this turn, on the Nightwalker's turn, to make your first saving throw.
Awesome. That's a D20, right?
Correct. You have to beat 15 if I'm not mistaken.
That's okay. I should know. I've done this once before.
You have done this a few times.
Whew. Right, I did it last time. That's a 19.
That saves. For a moment, you all hold your breath. And even Grim can sense Estrella fade from the Arcana force that connects all of you. But then you all feel the presence of Lunas. as she brushes her fingers across Estrella's cheeks, and she breathes in. Rise, Estrella. Rise. You're not done yet. And with that, you watch as Estrella rises to her feet, and then higher than her feet could take her, as wings sprout from Estrella's back, and once more you see the power of Lunas behind Estrella. For one turn, anything you do will be amplified by Lunas's power. You only have 1 point of health, just like you would from a normal save, but now Lunas has got your back. Literally. This also means that you could use this turn to fly for your movement and get somewhere your legs would not be able to take you.
Ooh.
Walker howls in rage and stares at you for only a moment before bringing up his hand to shield himself from your radiant energy. And that will conclude the Nightwalker's turn. Out of nowhere, the party hears the battle cry of an orc as he rages.
Oh shit.
And running out from the tree line is Zeroku, followed closely by his wife, Norshella. His full movement speed, you see this raging orc take his axe and start to leap and jab it into the area that Mud and Yasin had opened earlier. And you watch his axe swing for 8 points of damage as he takes that and kind of rips down just a little bit more down this creature's chest and then throws himself off of the Night Walker. Instantly following him is Norshella, who casts a specific bolt of lightning right at the creature's chest, hitting him for an additional 13 points of damage as the lightning hits whatever is in the middle of this creature, his heart, his crystalline structure, and you see this lightning bolt just rip open cavities into the Night Walker's chest. And you hear Zeroku, "What? You think we weren't gonna fight by your side? We just needed to breathe." Holy shit, is Grim on the back of a dragon? Oh, I wish I was up there. Fuck. Okay. He looks at his wife. Norshella, can you? Yes, I'll get you up there. That will conclude their turn, but on their next turn, yes, Norshella can get Zeroku onto the dragon's back using her teleportation move, Thunderstep.
Where's yours?
Over here.
That's Zeroku and Rochella now.
Okay. Alrighty. That will conclude their turn. You have 2 more people helping you. They're your allies, the ones you took into this fight, Zeroku and Norshella. We are now to the top of the deck. It is Mud's turn. Yasin, you held your turn for Mud, and so the 2 of you once again are working together.
Yeah, bitch. So excited, I'm gonna talk to him so hard.
Fastball
So this is
special.
going to be fun. This is going to be a strength-based addition to Yasin's attack. So Yasin, I want you to give me 3 rolls. So I imagine you're going to do 3 strikes.
Yes.
So I want you to break his AC as many times as you can. Let's figure that out first.
Okay. All right, so that's 22.
That breaks.
Oh, 28.
That breaks.
Yeah, boy.
Dirty 20.
That breaks as well.
Oh.
All 3 break. Any one of those moves you can use to activate the Darktide Scimitar. So it could be your final move that you do, and you can activate its special ability. Now, roll damage, Yasin. Mud, you can increase his damage based on how high you can toss him. I want you to give me a strength saving throw. The higher he goes, the more he gets to add. Anything above 20 feet.
Fudge.
You're good. You can roll again.
I'm gonna roll with this one.
And roll with advantage. Anything above 20 feet is going to be added to his attack.
Woo! That's 26.
26. So, Yasin, you're going to add 6 more points of damage to this move based on gravity.
Okay. So 3, 6. That's going to be 4. Well, altogether, it's going to be 44 points of damage. Then I'm on that, like we said, on that last move is when I'm gonna do my magic Dark Tide.
All right, let me get this damage in here for a second because damn. Okay, cool.
I'm not keeping up with notes, man. It's fine. So glad we're recording these.
So here's what happens, and then Yasin, I want you to read me Darktide Scimitar in a second. But Yasin, you run for Mud, having held your action. At her turn, she uses one of her actions to toss you into the air, and for a moment, Yasin, you feel as if you can fly. You are in the air, arcing and turning your body as you draw your blade mid-air and boom, bring it down onto this creature. You stand on his shoulders, grab a horn, pull out the sword, and go again. 2, 3, each time jabbing deeper and deeper into this creature's chest as you hang onto his horn for balance. 44 points of damage. You can feel this creature shudder and scream at your moves. Now read me, what does Darktide Scimitar do?
Hey, infuses the target with or target area with the essence of the Blackwater depths, creating a tide of Blackwater that spreads out from the point of origin at a rate of 100 feet per round until it fills the entire area. The water is black and terribly chilling, and its touch causes a sense of fear in those affected by it. Those within the area must make a wisdom save when they first enter the Blackwater. On a failed save, the creature will be stricken with fear as a status. Additionally, every creature in the area takes 1d6 points of necrotic damage for every round they are in the water.
All right, so he's going to get a d6 of necrotic damage, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, he's scared. He is being rooted in place. He has a sword deep inside his chest, and you have just filled his body with dark tide waters. He takes an additional 6 points of damage from that dark tide and will each round. And as he looks at you, Yasin, you see something change in the glassy expression of that mask. You can feel his body start to shake, and he dramatically turns his head from you and brings a hand up not to attack you, but to shield his own face from seeing you, because you have successfully cast fear on a Nightwalker.
That's amazing.
As you backflip off his body and land next to Mud, you see that the Nightwalker will never make eye contact with you. From now on, until he breaks his fear, you will have advantage on your attack throws.
Do I have
That will conclude Yasin's held action. Mud, you still have the rest of your action remaining.
Mud's hyped now, man. She's hyped up. I actually want to do a grappling strike
Okay.
on him, and I want to grapple him to the ground. If I have a tail still, if that
You
helps.
do. Yes, you still have your rage tail.
And Yeah. Oh, I can do that as a bonus action.
You can do this as a bonus action. So what would you like to do for an act? Hell, if you're up there, you can beat him and drag him to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna have fun with this.
Okay.
He also needs to take bleeding damage from last turn.
Bleeding damage. That's another D6, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Oh, the Nightwalker doesn't seem as scary anymore. All right, it's an extra 4 points of bleed damage on your turn.
54
Okay. Make an athletics check.
points the Nightwalker have. There's like base.
Okay. 13 plus 10. So 23.
Yeah, that'll get you up there without a problem. Break his AC.
Okay. Woo! That's a 18 plus 10 if I'm hitting him with my hammer. Yeah, my hammer.
That'll break. Go ahead and roll strength, and let's see if you can take him to the ground.
And I can add a D10 to the strength because it's part of the grapple. Right?
Go for it.
So that's 18 plus 5 plus.
Yeah, no, he's not.
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter. He's not good. He rolled a 13, and his plus doesn't even match what you have before you said. And I also add. Now this Nightwalker's scared shitless. Mud, you run towards him. Give me damage on your hit.
Oh, wow.
You rush up. You grab one of the thorns that Keladri has used to pin this creature down, and you hoist yourself with one arm, boom, up. Just imagine like almost like a gorilla. Just one arm, boom, and the other one holds the hammer as you come up, boom, bringing it down on his head. But as you do, you wrap your arms around his neck and use your weight to just, and you grapple him down to the ground. Everybody watches as his knees bend at a horrid angle because he is being held on one side by Keladri's vines, and his back just bends, boom, and you bring his neck to the ground, literally holding him in a chokehold as he's almost making a V on the battlefield. It is an incredibly uncomfortable position, and you even hear a little bit of a crack in his spine as he falls back. He is actually prone right now on the ground with you at his head, holding a 20-foot tall creature down around his neck. What is the damage on your hammer hit?
8 plus 5.
13 points. All right. An additional 13 points of damage. At this point, Mud, you notice something. The Nightwalker's breathing changes. And it goes from being erratic and just and you feel the creature re-center itself as it catches its second wind and prepares to continue to fight.
It's alright. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And will that conclude your turn?
Yes, it does.
All right. We are to Grim with the dragon on deck.
Okay. One for me and one for him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna have Alexander do is take his sword. I'm guessing it would be like the great sword attack or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the exact thing would be, but I want him to take it since he has her pinned on the ground, right?
Yep, he does.
And right where he slashed her last time, I want him to take his sword and pin her to the dragon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Roll to break AC.
Okay.
Roll to break your AC.
Would I use the great sword?
Yes, you would use his great sword. Yep.
Okay. Hold up. $26.
That will break her AC. Roll damage.
Yeah.
$13.
13 points of damage.
I have a quick question. It says hit. It says plus 10 to hit. Then it says hit 20.
Hit what?
20.
20. That means his hit's a 20.
Oh, for him. Okay. I was just confused. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he deals 20 points of damage with that sword, so I'm gonna give you a little extra on that. I don't think it calculated just right on his damage, but that's okay.
Probably not. I don't know.
You covered, don't worry. Here's what happens. You issue this command in Alexander's mind, and instantly he reacts. The sword comes up, swings down, and for the briefest moment, you see Pain try to grab the great sword, desperately try to hold it back with everything he has. But you watch Pain split into two sections as the sword slices through Pain and pins Nimriani, to the dragon's neck. You hear Fafnir roar in rage as his neck churns up and his body kind of does this half-ass roll. You hang on for dear life as Alexander leans forward until the hilt of the blade touches against Nim's stomach.
Okay. So what happened to Pain in this moment?
We're not done yet.
Well, that's why I wanted to know what's going on.
Nimriani coughs blood from her mouth, hot and red. And she looks at you, Grim, and she smiles. The Grim Mistress does it again. Kills another friend. Slaughters him. Well, I might be dead, Valencia. But then again, she raises up a hand.
No.
You. And she snaps. And as she does, she releases the hold she has on Mud and Grim. This quivering strike that at any moment, anywhere, at any time, she can choose to release. I need Mud and Grim to make. You figure out exactly what you got to make. It's a certain save.
I refuse.
Jessica's like, no, I didn't choose this. I know, I was gonna put hold person on either her or Pain, but then I was like, where is he? And he didn't, so he went up to the story.
All right, I need you to make a con saving throw. Grim and Mud, give me a con saving throw.
24.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that saves me, but that's pretty good. I was surprised.
What do you get? Grim, you feel this quivering energy, and what you see is Alexander turn and look at you, and his body fades from being this demon prince into his more human form as he rushes towards you. You feel his body pass through yours, and as it does, you feel this quivering energy flow out from you and into his body.
Why?
And as you turn and look at him, he smiles and he goes, "Fight on, love. You're almost there." And the quivering energy collapses and his body pulls apart, and you feel him being ripped and torn from multiple dimensions at once. And you cease to feel his presence. At the same time, on the ground, everybody watches as their 7-foot-tall giant woman takes a step forward to right herself as she clutches at her heart. The quivering energy bursts in her chest, and you watch her eyes roll back. And she hits the ground, dead. Alexander and Mud have both been taken from the battlefield. Grim, you still have one action left. But before you take your last action, you watch as the life drains from Nimriani, and she smiles at you, and she whispers one last thing that you can hear. "End this, Valencia, for all our sakes." And you watch as Nim dies, the sword pinning her to Fafnir's back, dematerializing along with Alexander's body. And she slips off of Fafnir. He instantly reaches to catch her, and he clutches her almost lovingly. And you can hear a groan in Fafnir's throat of sorrow. Grim, what would you like to do with your next action?
Okay. I think I'm going to do something unconventional. I don't know if I can control it, but I want to cast a spell, but only on Fafnir's head.
Okay, give me the spell. Let's see what you can do.
Banishment.
Ooh. All right, let's go through a series of rolls. First thing I need you to do is I want you to make an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay. $23.
All right. Damn. Okay. That's actually really good. That'll work. I want you to make a Wisdom saving throw. This is so tense.
22.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell. What is Fafnir's DC? What does he got to beat? What kind of a roll does he have to make?
I believe it is 17. Charisma or whatever. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, it does matter.
Okay.
Charisma. Fafi, not charismatic, but that's okay. It's better than his wisdom. 17. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, fuck me. I rolled a 1. For Fafnir's saving throw. Just put that out there. Rolled a 1. So, okay, here's what happens.
I am sweating.
You're
It's
sweating.
not even my turn.
Shit, you're sweating. I just lost my dragon.
Can I get, like, I know this is probably selfish, but can I get in front of him and cast it? I want to see his face.
You want to see
When I him from
Yeah.
this room.
like you
Make
want
it-
to jump? You want
Make
to
it
jump
go
off
around
his
his neck,
body?
like, really slow.
Like you want to jump off his body?
Yeah, and while I'm falling, kind of cast it because I can't float or anything special.
Oh, we can do that. We can. If are you sure?
That'll
What
take a lot
about-
of damage, fall damage.
Oh, yeah, fall damage.
You will hit the ground. You'll live, probably.
Just stay.
Fine, I'll stay.
Thank God.
Yassin's concerned.
Well, Jess has a point. You're
You're gonna fall one way or another.
Yeah, and he said I was how high?
You're 100 feet up.
Yeah.
Estrella's next. She has wings.
Let's see who is after.
It's all
Hang on,
good.
I'll tell you who's next in the rotation to see if they can do anything.
It was the dragon.
It is Estrella.
And then
Estrella, you
Estrella.
are next. The dragon will be unable to take its turn.
I will catch you if you want to do a dramatic jump.
Okay.
Or go for it.
Are you going to jump?
Oh my gosh.
Something really cool.
I guess.
Okay, here we go.
Be easier than like avoiding wings
crash?
and stuff to get to you.
So here's what happens. As Nim's body falls and Fafnir catches it, and he makes this groan of sorrow, you run across his neck, everything moving in slow motion for you as you step on each large scale. You get to his forehead and you leap off, twisting slowly in the air. You bring your hands together and form the arcanic seal for banishment. You use all of your ability to control it just around his head, and you watch as a portal opens to an abyssal realm. And as it closes, only the head is transported to a different realm. The neck oozes green blood as you have effectively decapitated Fafnir in one move. Fafnir's body starts to slowly spiral as he no longer has a brain to control what he does. Just in these thrashing movements of muscle spasms and residual pain, his body falls to the ground. Grim, you are falling at 100 feet. In about 3.5 seconds, you will become jelly on the ground. But Estrella, your turn is next. You see the portal open and feel Grim's amazing arcanic power as she slices off Fafnir's head with her banishment portal. You can see her body falling, and you can see Fafnir's body tumbling right on top. Well, what do you do?
I'm gonna go straight towards her, and whichever way she's following, I'll either like catch her like this, or I'm gonna hook her under the arms.
Okay, I want you to make a... What is your best trait? Is it Arcana? Is it Athletics, Acrobatics, Strength? Where do you have your highest stats?
It is for sure Arcana.
Okay, then I want you to use your magic energies and give me an Arcana saving throw.
24.
24. Was that a nat 20?
No, that was a 17 plus 7.
17 plus 7. Okay, cool. Give me a wisdom saving throw as well, as you just for fun. As you burst from the ground, literally all of this arcanic energy guiding under your wings and flowing around you. For a moment, as everybody turns to watch you, it's as if you are leading an army of angels, light just flowing all around you. And you catch up to Grim, grab her in your arms, and as you do, the light catches up with you and bursts from where you are, out in all directions. The burst is enough to catch Fafnir's wings, and you watch as the light pushes his spiral away from the party and away from your friends. As he falls and crashes into the trees beyond. As you glide down to the ground, I'd like to know your wisdom save.
17.
17. You feel something crawl into the back of your neck. This sliver, this inchworm, if you will. And you can hear in your thoughts another voice. Hello, Estrella. I didn't think you would be my next host, but, well, here we are. I guess we can make the best of it, can't we? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Payne, dear.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You
And
didn't.
I will bring...
I thought it was Alexander.
No.
Fuck!
Ah.
Estrella, you are now cursed again. This time by Payne, Nim's old friend. With Payne, he will not be acting as your ally as he did with Nim. Instead, he will be actively trying to take control of your body. We'll find out what that looks like as we continue.
Right after messages.
Successfully land on the ground. Grim is at your side. So the two of you are next to each other here.
We just need a quick.
You still have your. Now that's everything. That was your movement. That was your action. That was shit. That was a lot. As you touch down, your wings fade. The light and the aura around you fades as well. And you feel that 1 HP as your heart beats strong and steady. And you hear Payne whisper, "Oh no, that will be too easy. I do like a challenge. You can keep that one, dear." And that will conclude Estrella's turn. Grim is safe. And the party did not have to deal with a giant falling acid dragon, which is also great. Next up, Yasin, followed by Gilk.
All right. So I want to try something, and if it doesn't work, I'll think of something else. But I want to. The thing I want to try is with the dark water that's inside the Nightwalker.
Yep.
I want to try to do what I did to old Greg to the night.
Okay. All right. We can do this. Let's have fun with this. I want you to first, since it's your turn, we're going to do a d6 damage roll. That's 6 points of damage from the dark water and this thing's veins that you have cast upon it, on the walker. I want you to make an Arcana check for me.
Oh. Arcana. All right. Ooh. Nat 20 plus 2.
Nice. You successfully make contact with this water on the inside of him. You can feel the Nightwalker trying to fight back, trying to prevent you from using any of your magic abilities inside of his body, but you also feel his fear. And each time he tries to look at you, he recoils. And each time he tries to meet you inside your own mind, he falls back. And you step forward, Jack Sparrow facing the Kraken. Nothing scares you. And you reach into his body, and you feel the water. Tell me what you want to do with it.
Well, like Jack Sparrow. That's dope. Just hello, beastie. And I freeze the water, and just like with Greg, I freeze it, and then I cause it to spike out. Like,
all right. I want you to roll a d20 3 times.
All right. All right. I got a 20, a 3, and a 19.
All right, so that's going to be 39, 42. As you reach into his body, you feel everything ice up, and you hear him and just pause his motion mid-scream on his back, and then you just open your fingers, and ice shards pierce every part of his body, and you watch him scream without sound, just writhing in place for 44 points of damage. This is a massive hit that he takes. But he's not dead. You can feel the strength of this otherworldly creature. And you watch as, with Mud no longer holding on to his neck, he's able to bring himself to a sitting position and break the ice shards on the outside of his body. He starts to claw at the vines at his feet to fully free himself in this battle. Yasin, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I guess I just want to get near Gilk to like me and Mud, where we're just like we're squatted up. Gilk and Keladry.
That you can do that. So with your movement, you make your way behind to where Keladry and Gilk are, and kind of put yourself in between them there. Woo! All right, that will conclude your turn. Well done. Next up, we have Gilk with Keladry on deck.
They started breaking out his vines and stuff.
Yep.
They classify as no longer incapacitated.
No, he's still incapacitated. He would need to take an action to stand.
Damn. Okay. Well, fine. I'll do something a little different then. I'm going to use my piston butt to jump myself into the air.
Okay.
And just so I can get some distance from my squatted up friends, but kind of like come back down near them.
Yeah.
I'm going to firebolt his ass.
Woo! All right. Lay it on me.
Ooh. 14.
14 actually meets it, so yeah, you beat it.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, his AC is not high. He's surprisingly low.
We've just been doing really well.
Really big. So it's be hard to miss. And that is that is good. Okay. 15 points of damage.
Nice. Strong hit. Good. Alrighty. You throw out 15 points of damage. And you everybody just kind of feels this shudder as you like butt launch into the air. Boom! And as you hover over, you just throw out this fireball. And again, the Nightwalker takes it across his back and across the back of his head. And he kind of reaches to grab the fire. And then immediately it catches his hand. And you watch him stare at it. And then he brings his hand down to the vines and tries to catch them on fire with this damage that you've done. Well, that concludes your turn.
Evidently, I am on my way down. On my way down, I'm going to I'm gonna like shoot my blade at the ground.
Okay.
To like get myself some like Wall-E style momentum and kind of land a little bit behind my fellow friends.
Yeah, you can do that. And as you do so, that blade coming out and just boom, as you land kind of on the backside of Yasin here, the two of them almost in protective positions around you, Gil. And that will conclude your turn. Keldry, you are next with the Nightwalker on deck.
Are there large boulders or rocks around me?
Yeah, there are now between Gilk's butt launch, a bunch of different things happening, the Nightwalker hitting the ground. There's definitely some decent boulders and things that have been kicked up. The ground is broken.
Okay. Am I able to create a portal under the boulder and then drop it on the Nightwalker?
Nice.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. I want you to make an Arcana check. This isn't to say that you can or can't do this. This is to see how much extra damage you'll get from it.
I'm rolling so low tonight.
I'm rolling bad.
Yeah, that's a 4. That's horrible.
Okay, that's a 4. You can add +4 to a D20 roll.
Uh,
21.
20. Yeah.
What do we get?
21.
21. All right, pretty good. You take a second, and rather than reach for your bow, you instead reach inside of you to the heart of that crystal that beats deep within your chest. And your hands come up, and you flow outwards, and instantly create a portal near a rather sizable piece of stone that Gilk's butt had dislodged from the floor. This is a good, like 10 by 10 piece of stone here. And instantly, you reach up, rip open a space above the Nightwalker's head. And he just has enough time to look up and go, as this stone just falls on his head, dealing 21 points of damage from doing this. You feel inside yourself, Keldry, that this took a little bit of effort to do. You could probably do it 2 more times before it would start to affect your health. But 24, let me...
I'm just going to put this on top of the screen.
All right, cool. The Nightwalker's pissed off. Will that conclude your turn, Keldry, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Maybe just a thought. Is the Night Mother still around? Is she back there?
She has never left her position from the fallen area of the pedestal. She is still right here in this nice column of light.
Can I see if she's doing anything right now, or is she just waiting?
Yes, you can. You can. When you look down in her direction, and she is easily 15, 20, 25, I don't know, somewhere around 100 feet from you, give or take. But your eagle eye vision, again, you can shoot at 120 yards with your bow. Your eagle eye vision catches her, and she is simply watching all of you, smiling, as if none of this bothers her. No matter how good or how bad things look, she just seems to be enjoying the show.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stay where I am for now and hold my other action.
Okay. Next up is the Nightwalker. Between the fire and the sheer pain and agony that he has been in for the past round, he breaks free of these vines. And as he stands on his turn, he emits his thingy thing that
Aura.
sucks. Yeah, I gotta go look what it's called. Ah, yes.
Annihilation.
His annihilating aura. And this time, let's see for sure, as he stands. Oh, but I got that call. I'm just smacking his head with shit. As he stands.
Leaving Mud's four body behind.
30, yep. Yep, everybody's in range of this. As he stands, again, everybody can clearly see that Mud's lifeless body is on the ground where his head used to be. He casts his aura, which is simply a move that happens at the start of his turn. Everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Except me.
Except Mud.
Oh my god, there's still a police route.
I can't hear it, but I'm seeing excited faces from Estrella and Yasin.
Those weren't excited faces. I got a 7 and he got a 1.
Okay, you guys both fail.
Yeah.
Grim?
23.
23, you save.
3.
Eladri and Gilk.
And 11.
All right, everybody fails but Grim. Grim, again, as this darkness comes for you, even though it's the first time you've seen it, you reach your scythe into the darkness and begin to twirl it around your body. And as you bring your scythe down to your side, the darkness shifts around you. For a moment, you are its master, the grim mistress, Death herself. Darkness will not touch you this round. But as you turn to watch your friends, they are not so lucky. The darkness reaches for each and every one of them, skeletons from the abyssal plane clawing at their flesh and dragging them down. You all will have to endure 6d6 of necrotic damage. Estrella, you are downed in this move.
Yeah.
You only had 1 HP anyway. 10, 15,
Okay.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22 points of damage from this move.
22.
Again, for the second time this fight, you all watch as Estrella instantly downs next to Grim.
Ooh.
How's everybody else doing? Anybody else down?
Yeah.
All right. Now the night.
HPs like me.
Now the Nightwalker will take his turn.
Oh, fuck.
That's just on his turn. It happens every single time. It's kind of like a fart wave. You just whoosh.
Leave the butt stuff to go, man.
The Nightwalker turns his body to Yasin and points at him as one of the players to do the most damage on him recently. He looks at you and breaks his hold, or your hold, of fear on him as he casts Finger of Doom. I need you to make a DC Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Do I have it? Okay, I guess it's just +2. 9.
As you feel this finger point at you and you lock into a battle with him, mentally trying to keep that fear, you're working that water inside of him, trying to grip him one more time. And instead, you feel all of that fear turn against you as 39 points of damage come rushing at you from this attack.
Damn.
Is Yasin still standing?
Yeah, I'm still standing.
Woo!
Wish I had my healer.
That will conclude the Night Walker's turn. Caladri sees this happen first because she's been clocking the Night Mother. The Night Mother starts clapping.
Hold on.
As she walks up
If I could.
about 30 or so feet into the ring, which puts her just in front of her baby Nightwalker. And she looks at all of you. Well, done. Fafnir was nothing. Single-handedly killed by an arcane witch. And the Nightwalker has been put through his paces. I'm assuming Nimriani is dead, but Pain is still around. But unfortunately, his vessel has been killed.
Again.
Pain, stop playing around. Get up. You all watch as Estrella slowly stands and walks beside of the Night Mother. As the lightning flashes, you see pain etched in her form. The grand horns and the cape, the elongated fingers and body, just in flashes. And Pain looks at the Night Mother. I was just waiting for dramatic effect. I thought this would be better. As Pain moves, Estrella moves. And as Estrella moves, you all hear a little squeak sound. Crumbs rushes up Estrella's arm and tries to reach and bite for Pain.
Oh, no.
And Pain grabs her. Watch both Estrella and Pain stare at Crumbs. And the Night Mother says, stop playing with your food and just end it already. Oh, but I like to play. This one's been around so long, even touched by my curse. I think I might. And with his thumb and pointer finger, breaks the little rat's neck. Estrella, puppeted by Pain, tosses Crumbs to the floor next to Mud's body. Oh, my dears. Did you all think you were winning? You haven't even begun to lose. Now, let's fight for real this time. And that is where we end tonight's session.